But yeah, I'm not a Crip. I started saying that shit with the mask on, and I was like, fuck, dude, everybody's gonna think I'm banging right now. Later, when I got all my homies saying it, though, I was like, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
That cleared it up.
No, yeah, because at first we couldn't hear it, and then once, like, your homies was at the show, they're like, Crypt. I was like, oh, it's Crypt.
I was like, thank fucking God.
But I was like, that's a hard-ass name, though.
Thank you,
I was
bro.
like, that's a hard-ass name.
I was like, crisis averted. I'm about to get fucking jumped after this shit.
No, that shit was hard, too, because we're all vibing the music, and you're like, man, hey, if you don't vibe with this shit, like, meet me outside. I was like, damn, that's some real underground shit right there. I was like, this fool's down.
Thank you, bro.
I was like, real underground shit.
I know there's a couple motherfuckers in here talking shit right now. Let's just fucking get to the point, dude. Yeah, that was the most fun I had in a fucking while, bro.
Yeah, I fucking love the underground shows, bro.
Fuck, man.
I was actually gonna go out to Arizona to go see Kush and all of them perform, but then like we had to go. I had to go handle some stuff, and then the homies had to handle some things this weekend.
It's a lot of money too, dude. Like fly out there and pad yourself up for a couple days.
Yeah, well, I have to drive everywhere. Is the thing.
Fuck.
I can't fly. So
yeah. For real?
I can't fly.
Oh, for sure. I used to do the drive to Arizona all the time with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad if you leave in like the middle of the night, like 7-8 hours to Tucson.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix might be closer.
Yeah, it's a little bit closer. Yeah, the drive kind of sucks, and then once you get there, it's like it's cool, bro. It's like laid back. All the times I've been there hasn't been summer. So that's what everyone's telling me. I'm like, dude, it's so dope out here. I spent
fucking summers out there, dude. That shit sucks. It's so hot. The AC fan like straight up breaks. I would go back.
Oh,
dude, I lived in a fucking trailer park with my dad and my grandma. Oh, I had to go out to the back and like spin the fan with the fucking screwdriver, and then it'd be like it's like 120 degrees. It was so hot they couldn't even let planes fly.
Oh, fuck.
It was fucking far out there, dude. That was a gnarly summer. In the wintertime, it's really cool. July is really badass, too, because July starts raining hella.
Oh, for real?
Monsoon season. That shit's tight. Every single day will be, like, gloomy as fuck, pouring rain.
That's pretty dope.
It's really cool. Monsoon season is my favorite season out there, dude. But yeah, man, Arizona's cool. I went to school out there for a while.
Shit, that's what's up.
They have like Tucson has like the number 2 worst schools in America.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Because whenever I pass their schools, like it's different out here.
They
like,
look nice.
they're big as fuck. You know, like out here the schools are so small because like there's a high school every block.
Yeah.
With 1 million kids at each one.
Yeah.
But over there, it's like, this is like a giant ass high school you see on like High School Musical. Like,
for real.
Like it's huge.
It was cool. I went to a charter school.
Okay.
Because how bad it was, my grandma found like a free charter school to put me in.
Oh, dope.
So there was like 100 people there. It was a trip.
Yeah.
That shit was a trip. It was basically like, cause like it was like the kids that could not go to public school because like they would get eaten up.
Oh,
you know, like they just had like they got like maybe like a couple issues here and there. You know, they're not like socially adept, shit like that.
Yeah.
They would have gotten fucking ripped apart in the high schools in Tucson, dude.
Yeah.
But it was cool for me, and then it was interesting, dude, because it was like a bunch of people like that, and then there was like a few just like fuck ups, and like misfits and shit. It was a weird school, bro. Like they should have made a TV show about that shit. Like it was all too perfect, dude. And then like all the teachers are like, oh yo, what's up, guys? You know, because they're all like stoner fucks.
Oh yeah.
It was a weird school. I ended up like getting some credits from there, and then I came here, and my dad tried to put me in some school over here, and they were like, dude, what were these fucking classes you were taking, bro? Like half of these aren't even gonna like apply to us. Like you're gonna have to like redo some of your credits. I was like, what the fuck was going on over there, bro?
They had you in like underwater basket weaving and shit.
Bullshit, dude. Like a fucking it was like strictly about, a lot of it was about Arizona, like in the how like the fucking, what's the word for it, bro? The flow of water.
Oh shit, irrigation?
Yeah, irrigation.
Okay.
Like the irrigation systems and shit out there is the washes. There's a lot of interesting stuff out there.
Yeah. Dude, one thing I noticed out there was like they got a big native presence, dog.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
They have these fat ass reservations, and the reservations, dude, like the cigarettes are cheaper, the beer is cheaper.
Dude, the shows out there, like it's like super close to Navajo reservation, but those fools in the pit, they take that shit like war, dog. Like,
Dude, fuck yeah.
They take it like war, bro.
I wouldn't want to go up against a fucking Native American in the pit, dude.
Dude, here's this one big ass fool. Like, I was like, he was knocking everyone down. I was like, all right, I'm gonna catch him slipping. Like, right after he knocks someone down, I'm going full force. He knocks him down, he's off balance. I knocked him down, and then my ass was like, all right, I'm gonna go film now. He's not gonna leave me alone. He's like, nope. I flew 20 feet, dog, with the camera
in hand.
Yeah, I was like, oh, please don't break my camera. And I fell, and I was like, I deserve that, bro. I was like, I deserve that one, bro.
The last show I was at, you know those dudes in Dimebag?
I don't know him like that, but
you have some homeboys and shit that know him?
Yeah.
Dude,
I have homies that are in the ska and punk scene like that.
I was at one of these fools' shows in a garage, and I leave the pit to get some air, and then I'm coming back in, and I'm not even in the pit, but I catch the back of some skinhead's dome in my eye, dude, like right here, and it split my shit open for a little bit.
Oh, fuck.
And it was bad, dude. That this fucker had no hair on his head, just all dome, just
straight,
man, dude, like this. And I was like, man, I wasn't even in the fucking back in the pit yet. I was so pissed.
It's like all these kids are coming here to do is just drugs and nos. Like,
and
if you ain't gonna enjoy the show, don't come,
dude. And then they'll be there like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, like you kicking walls and shit, man. Like, come here, motherfucker.
For real. Or it's like these little ass kid, like little ass girls just walking around socking fools in the head.
Oh God! And like nobody's gonna touch them because they're fucking 5'5".
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll get socked. I'm like, I can't hit you. You're a girl. I'm like, you probably like 12 years old. Who let you in this show?
For real, where's the doorman? Where's the fucking doorman?
Just socking fools in the head.
Some of my best memories at shows, this one show I pulled up to with my homegirl, and she kept like there was like some little chick like that. She'd keep on going around stalking my homegirl. Yeah. And the first 2 times, my homegirl let it slide because she saw it was like a little chick. The third time it happened, my homegirl retaliated, and that fucking girl got fucked up, dude. My homegirl like grabbed her by her this. And just started clobbering on her, dude. And the chick was like trying to fight back, but like she had no experience fighting or some shit because she just getting hit. She's like, And my homegirl's just. It was so fucking on. I'm just like sitting there like, damn. And then she's like, after that, she was in high school for show because then she got like all of her high school homies to like patrol the block looking for my homegirl. And I was like, damn, bro, I'm fucking like 20. I'm like, at the time, I was like 21 or some shit. I'm like, I'm about to fight an entire armada of high schoolers right now. Like,
I'm going to show you guys what grown man strength
is. Yeah, dude, like, why the fuck you at the Moose Lodge in Redondo Beach trying to get buck? I know your fucking parents live in a 3-story house, dude. Like,
Dog, this is how it is at the shows, bro.
That shit was funny. It's fun going to the show with the homegirl who gets down.
Dude, I would want to see that.
Dude, she's gnarly as fuck too, and she's the cool thing is like she does not look punk rock at all. Like my homegirl is from the beach, and she appreciates the music and everything like that, but she's not like these kids who she's like wearing fucking chains that go super low and falling into the entire like fucking
10 face piercing.
Yeah, like she just looks like a regular chick, dude. She's like wearing like a wife beater and some like blue jeans.
Okay.
And then she's like getting down on some chick. Oh, that shit was fucking classic, dude. Do you be going to any of the punk shows around the like Redondo, Hermosa sometimes?
Dude, the only punk shows I've ever been to have been like Pedro, Hawthorne, or like South Central.
Yeah, that's the gnarliest ones.
Yeah, like those are the only ones I've been to because just my homies that are always vending at those are the ones they go to. So I'm like, they're like, hey, pull up, and I'm like, all right, I'll pull up.
Yeah, and if you got a homie that's vending too, you gotta go.
Yeah. And I like it there too, cause like there's no space to just kick it, so at least there's a place to vend. Like if I need to go somewhere, I could just be like, all right, I'm going to the table, like get my breath.
That's so facts, dude. It just feels like it's like free for all, bro. Like to have like a home base at the show is so fucking needed, dude.
Yeah, there's no room. It's like everyone's packed like sardines. The only other space is the pit. And you can't get a breath in the pit. So it's like, do I want to be packed like a sardine?
Or you want to be reeking, smelling fools BO and shit?
Yeah.
Fools nozzing out in the corner?
Yeah, for real, dog. So yeah, I like to go in the event. So it's like, I go to the table, kick it, then go back.
It's good for the culture though sometimes, like it makes me realize how much I love the boom bap scene when I pull up and I see like about 10 to 12 punkers just fucking unconscious on the floor in a pile.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys.
For real.
$5 at the door. You guys are sleeping.
I know. I'm like, you guys came here to naz it or enjoy the show? Like
fuck, dude. These motherfuckers treat it like it's a hookah lounge.
For real, man.
Dude.
I always joke with like the vendors who are doing it. I was like, hey, you got to teach these kids that you can savor it. You don't have to kill the whole balloon.
You know, just a little drag. Come on, man.
You know, savor it.
That's facts.
The vendor don't even care. They're like, hey, I got $30 from that one kid sleep.
Like, you see that dude who's passed out face down with his hand in his pants? That dude gave me $30.
Yeah, $30. And he lost a balloon every time. So he paying the full $5 every time. I was like, fuck, man.
The homie's like, fiends keep me in business, sonny. Yeah, man, the scenes out here are interesting. I mean, I'm glad as fuck. I'm really stoked to be around any scene at all because I know like some fools. God bless their hearts, stuck in fucking like Central America and shit, like middle America and whatnot, and they're like, fucked. There's no scene in South Dakota.
For real.
Those fools got it rough.
Dog, because it was a trip. I lived out in Iowa for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I lived out there, and then when I was out there, like I was just bumping, you know, like Suicide Boys, Xavier, like you know the shit I listen to, and one of the fools was like, "You're listening to Xavier Wolf?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Dog, this is like before he started like really touring. He's like, I always wanted to see him." I was like, "Bro, I've seen him before. He came to LA a few times." And he's like, "What? Like
you're from LA?"
He's like mind blown. He's like, "Who else have you seen out there?" I was like, "Oh, I seen so and so, so and so."
Dude, it's like a different world, bro.
They're like, "Dude, like they never come out here, and if they do, we got to drive a whole different state to Minneapolis or friggin' Milwaukee, Chicago just to see him."
So fucked, man.
And I'm like, damn.
I feel so. Those fools are like dehydrated as fuck out there, dying of thirst.
Yeah.
No scene.
I know it sucks. I'm like, yeah, bro, we got like underground scene.
Hey, man, I like your tribal tattoo, bro. Like,
Oh, thanks, man.
you mind me asking, like, what ethnicity are you?
Oh, I'm Chamorro.
What is that?
It's a small island in the Pacific.
That's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, it's a small island, dog. Like,
I come from beach culture as well, bro. You know,
Yeah.
like my dad grew up by the beach his entire life, man. That fool didn't have a career. My dad surfed.
dude, did you serve? Do you serve?
Yeah, back in the day when I lived by the beach, but that was a long time ago.
Nah, yeah, dog. Surfing's dope. I'm not good at it, but
I just love the water, bro. Like the water is my home, dude. I feel so at peace when I'm at the water.
For real, bro.
It's like the only thing that's cool in this world, bro. It's the fucking ocean.
Yeah, I could just sit like it's called. You probably know it, BPL.
Yeah, in Redondo.
I could just sit there, just look at the water the whole time. But now I know how it felt when I was in high school, and like there's older people there that's like, fuck, I'm just trying to chill, and there's all these fucking high schoolers.
Turn it up, blasting that JBL. God damn it.
Yeah, just burning it out, just blazing it. And I was like, well, I was on the same shit.
Yeah, everybody's got to terrorize BPL in their youth, bro.
Doing donuts. I was like,
They don't like it.
that
Fuck
was
them.
me. Yeah.
You have a nicer life than me, probably. But yeah, bro. My dad was like, that dude woke up, surfed. After lunch, surfed.
Yeah.
Before dinner, go surf. And then smoke and drink all night. That fool didn't give a fuck about anything except for surfing and skateboarding.
Dude, that's like, that
It's
reminds
far
me
out.
of,
My dad was a different fucking creature, bro.
that reminds me of that fucking one movie, fuck. The Venice
Dogtown?
Beach. Yeah, there you go.
That's my shit. That's my shit.
That's a dope ass movie.
That movie is fucking badass, bro. I love Lords of Dogtown. Me and my old man used to watch that shit back in the day.
That movie's dope, bro. It's funny because there's this one kid I work with, badass skater and surfer. He always ditches school, but when he's not there, he'll come kick it with us. Long blonde hair. I always call him Stacy Peralta, and he's like, dog, don't call me that. Everyone calls me that. He's like, watch. Soon you guys are gonna start saying my name. But everyone calls me that. I took him to the skate park like for a little what's it called, field trip. All the skaters there were like, Stacy. That fool wasn't even tripping.
That's cooler than fucking Tony Hawk. Because Tony Hawk got blonde hair when he was younger, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather be called Stacy Peralta. Stacy Peralta's the shit.
Yeah. Powell.
Yeah, I love the old skateboarding. That's why I love that we're from Los Angeles, too, bro. Because
Yeah.
Like, you know how many rappers? That shit's so played out. That's why I like the Raider Clan. Raider Clan is they're repping Chucks and Vans, and they're on fucking BMX bikes.
For real.
Like, motherfucker, dude. Like, what happened to skateboarding? Like, nobody fucks with skateboarding anymore, dude. Like,
yeah.
Like skateboarding and hip hop used to be like this.
For real. Yeah, I don't know what it is, dog. Cause like even like my homies who are like really into skating, when they go to skate park, you don't see no kids there no more. Like,
what do you mean, like?
There's no
like little Groms.
There's no kids skating. It's all adults skating.
And that's sad. Yeah, you're right.
You know, like I don't see like no kid out there. Like, I mean, there'll be probably like one or two, but like I remember before it was like mostly kids, and then the few adults were just badass, killing the park. But when we go to the park, it's all adults, and there's one kid.
Yeah, that's interesting. You brought that up. I never thought about it like that, bro. Like, when there's a lack of youth at the park, like that's a big point, dude. There's gonna be a lack of skaters in the years to come. When I was a little kid, my mom and my dad had me running around at all kinds of skate parks, man. They didn't give a fuck how scared I used to be scared as fuck too, because like I'd pull up to the park and there's like this fool 6 foot doing fucking 540s in the fucking bowl, and I'm like, Dad, I can't even drop in. And he's like, skate or die, boy, get in there.
That's what's up.
But yeah, man, skateboarding is I don't know, man. It's sad what's happening to the scene in skateboarding.
Yeah.
Too distant.
I was never great at skating. I was just around it because my friends.
I'm not great at it either, but I could do it, you know.
I can do shit. I was just filming for them. But like something I noticed, if there are kids who skate, it seems like they all have the same style, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like
the Instagram style, dude.
Yeah, like if you were to put like silhouettes on them, you wouldn't know who's who. Like, if that makes sense. Like, there's
that makes sense.
Originality.
There's no difference in their flow or anything.
Yeah.
That's where I get so much, like, I got a lot of pride, bro, from coming from the beach and shit, because I'm like, dude, I got that fucking, like, that's what skateboarding originated from, was it was a surfboard on wheels.
Yeah.
You know, and kids don't really treat it like that now. It's really tech, and it's not about the style. They just want to see, like, they want to see a 9-year-old do a fucking 5 kickflips.
Yep.
in one go, you know, like, which is crazy as fuck too, you know. It all has its place, but the market has definitely changed, and I feel like it got oversaturated too. Like when I was in high school, all these foos, repping the same shit, just like a bunch of Slim Shadys, you know. Like, so maybe it's good that it's kind of getting distant again. I mean, in the punk rock scene, it's always there. Like every single show, there's gonna be some fool at the board. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we gotta reintegrate skateboarding with boom bap, especially.
For real.
You know Sodier?
I don't.
He, you know DJ Smokey?
Somewhat. I'm not too familiar with him though.
You know, so nowadays he's on like that Shadow Wizard Money Gang shit. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
I think I've heard it around.
You've probably heard it on Instagram.
Yeah.
He like because he started out in like 2013 as the Phonk God.
Okay.
He made some fucking banger tracks, but then he made Phonk for like 10 years, bro. And now he kind of went the meme route, and he's just trying to blow up on Instagram. It worked. But his brother's like really into skateboarding too.
He became a TikToker.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Kuya. We're back here with the HxA Kick Back, aka Hippie Podcast. You know, today we got another special guest. You know, we first seen him perform live in Hawthorne at the Ren the Third and Tacit show. You know, that fool went off there. It was actually his first show.
Thank you, bro. Yeah.
Went off. We started listening to his music, but without further ado, we got Vacant Husk.
Yes, sir. Vacant Husk from the 310 South Bay. Like this dude said, did my very first show. I had the pleasure of meeting him. Thank you very much for having me on, bro. I really appreciate that shit.
Yeah, always.
It's really cool, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, that show was dope, man. And then after, you know, started listening to your music and I seen you been dropping consistently, you know, you just came off the I'm feeling nothing but bad for myself. That was like your most recent, right?
Sir, yeah, that one, I'm feeling nothing but bad for myself. I just put it up on the SoundCloud last week because at the show I basically did like 20 minutes of unreleased music because I saw Tacit drop the flyer and I was like, fuck, no way there's a fucking show that I could go to that I actually go to. I ain't gotta drive an hour. But I didn't have any fucking music out. So then we had to start cooking.
That's right.
I think I had like 2 songs out when I saw that flyer. So then I just started hustling for the next 2 weeks, bro. I got my ass to the studio and I pumped out like a 20-minute set. So now, luckily, I'm sitting on some tracks, and I've been dropping them like every single week. So if you fuck with that shit, there's gonna be some more to come every single week.
Hell yeah, man. So like, first thing I want to get started was like, you know, you already said grew up South Bay, you know, 310. But yeah, just tell us about like, for the viewers that don't know, like what's the South Bay 310 like? How was for you growing up, and how you got into music from there?
The South Bay to me is a lot different now, is because I know it from what my dad painted it as. My dad painted the 310 as this old beach town, man, where the only thing that mattered is that if you lived by the beach, you surfed. You didn't live by the beach because you liked how it looked. You're here to fucking surf, dude. So that was the principles that my dad raised me on, bro. So the South Bay, Manhattan, Redondo, Hermosa, that is all, and you know the surrounding areas too. Torrance, you got Harbor, you got all this shit. It all makes up the South Bay. But to me, the South Bay is these little 3 towns that are as close as they could be to the beach: Manhattan, Hermosa, Redondo. So my dad raised me upon the principles of just skateboarding and surfing, my man. The only thing that led me down this path was that I got started on punk rock. I always liked different shit. You know, things that are out of the ordinary. And my dad didn't really he definitely did not push hip hop on me, like, at all. Yeah. My dad was against hip hop, bro. He did not like that shit. So then, like, you know, when I get older, you start realizing, like, oh man, the old man's tripping. What the fuck? Hip hop's badass, dude.
Yeah.
Started listening to like Eminem and shit like that when I was in middle school. And I think that's where I just fell in love with the lyricism and the rhyme scheme of everything he had going on, man. And, you know, experiencing troubles at school, too. You could relate with that shit. So that was my first, like, my first, like, dipping me into the juices of rap. And then a little bit later on, kind of got into Suicide Boys around maybe, like, 2017. And that really that changed the shit for me, dude. Because then it was like, damn, these motherfucking guys are making laid-back, drug-ass music. And it sounds amazing to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe that shit. So they fucked my shit up for like 4 years. I was on that shit heavy. Suicide Boys was the best drug I ever discovered.
Yeah.
And that led me down the path of like, all right, where do they get these samples from, you know? Because like, you got to be original. You got to realize where the fuck your artists are coming from. And that's where I found like 3 6 Mafia, DJ Zerk, you got Tommy Wright, you got fucking NOD. I could go on for fucking hours about the old Memphis dudes. And that's really what brought me to the place that I'm at now. And it all ties back to the punk rock. Because I genuinely believe that, like, boom bap and funk and Memphis shit is peanut butter and jelly with punk rock. It's all different kind of shit, man. It's not of the norm.
Yeah, that's what's up. You say that. Hey, because, like, I always like to say, like, punk rock and hip-hop are pretty similar. It's like 2 sides of the same coin.
100%.
You know? So it's dope that you said that. So, you know, from there you say you start dipping into hip-hop and then deep diving into, like, the Memphis funk scene. But like as a kid, like were you like doing any music, band, or like a musician?
Shit, as a kid, man, my equivalent of doing music as a little kid was just like listening to what my parents were jamming in the car and memorizing every single lyric and then like performing it myself and then performing it to my mom and dad. I'd be like, oh man, when I was in kindergarten, I memorized this Hank Williams III song, and he's like talking about like, I got if I ever have a bad time, I got a little bit of smoke and a whole lot of wine, and I was singing that shit like in front of my teacher in kindergarten, bro. And my teacher was like, I gotta call your fucking parents, dude. So like since like the very beginning, dude, I've always just been absorbing like the music that was around me, and therefore it was punk rock because of my parents. So I always started with just like doing these teensy little performances to my parents, you know, as like a little kid, and then later on, like shit, man, I took a guitar class, but what really like grabbed me, you know, and like made me realize like I have to do this was rapping and making beats.
Okay, that's
you know. I think that was the coolest part because like you feel like you're really doing something. Yeah. You're not just kind of following in somebody else's footsteps. I mean, we're all following in the footsteps of other rappers and whatnot. Like I have my inspirations, but it's your canvas right there.
Yeah.
You know, you could like that's the beauty of hip hop and the sampling that I really love, man. Throw everything in there, man, and you make this beautiful sandwich.
Yeah.
Beautiful sandwich. It's got all these layers, the bread, the lettuce, the tomato, all these different factors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really just do whatever the fuck you want with that shit, man. It's do it yourself. I think that's why I fell in love with making beats, bro.
It's DIY.
DIY, man. Like that was really what grabbed me more than any other form of music. I mean, nowadays, kind of just want to like do anything, you know, for the love of art, but just making beats and shit really made me fall in love with that shit, man.
Man, that's what's up, bro. Like, I know you're also a producer as well as rapper. We're gonna get into that a little later, but this next one I got for you, man, is like you got a dope sound. It's unique. You know, I hear funk, lo-fi, that real underground. But I want to ask you, like, how you blend these different sounds together. You even said punk rock. Like, how you go about blending these sounds, and how would you classify Vacant Husk sound?
I kind of classify it as like my Instagram handle, Cryptodelic. I call it Cryptodelic Phonk because in a way, it stems from psychedelic, and then crypt as in being dead. So it's like some fucking dead ass music. I can't really. It's hard to. So to me, my sound, it all stems from being sad, bro. Like there was no feeling good at all, and the only thing that felt good was making this music.
Yeah.
So it always has these negative undertones, and I think that's where it comes in, like the punk rock factors and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I call it cryptodelic because I like to stem it between the psychedelic and the like the dreamy atmosphere, like that lo-fi. You smoke a blunt, you get lost as fuck in the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Dang, when you explain it now, the cryptodelic with all that, it's like, damn. When I listen to music, like that's the best way to say it. Like
I gotta, yeah.
music. That's that cryptodelic music right there. Like going off that too. Like this will come a little later, but I just want to put it out there for the viewers. Like, it's like a collective cold dark crypt.
Yes, right? Sir. That's my shit.
Yeah, we'll get into it a little later, bro. But I want to keep it with just like how you're both producer and rapper. Like most of your songs you produce beats, and you rap on them. Multi-talented. But can you just walk us through that creative process, like whether you're making a beat or like dropping some bars on a song?
So I feel like when you're making a track, in my case, it's like a plant, bro. And you plant that seed by your sample.
Mm-hmm.
I then immediately flip it into like a loop. As long as it can just play back and forth and I can come up with something in my head, that's the seed sprouting. That's when I kind of compare it to a plant because you got to get it while it's fresh, bro. Plants die.
Yeah.
I've noticed like when you're trying to get back into like when you make a beat hella long ago and you try to make some lyrics on it, it's like probably not going to be as good as if you made the beat right now, bro, because you got to get that shit when it's fresh, dude.
Yeah.
So my process always just starts with starting with a beat. And then a beat is where I get all my inspiration from. Let it be somebody else's beat or if I'm making my own, bro. And as soon as I find like, I get centered. I find a harmony amongst like all the chaos of everything that's going on around you and in life, bro. And you gotta find a stable ground. And for me, it's the music. So as soon as I find that stable ground and the music starts coming to me, man, I just really envelop myself in it, bro.
Yeah.
To me, it's like nothing else exists in the world, dude. It's just the sound that I'm hearing. And then it's like words will start just coming up to it. So how do I want to make this song, like, because life in it at the end of the day it's your song, bro. Life is your music. How do you want to make your music, bro? So all these different like words just start coming to me, and then boom, next thing you know, you got a chorus, and it's beautiful and it's fresh, and then that chorus turns into a fucking bomb ass verse, and then it ends with another chorus. You know what I mean? So my process really just goes with finding a dope ass sample. Let it be from like an old PS2 game, some jazz. Anything that you could flip into something beautiful, pirate style. I sample all my shit.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Hell yeah.
And then yeah, man.
Man, that's what's up, bro. Like like listening to your music, like how you said you did a lot of unreleased. There's a while like looking on SoundCloud to try to find the song. I was like,
they're not there, dude.
I was like, it's mostly beats. I was like, where are these songs? They're unreleased. I was like, okay, now I gotta wait. But you got some deep lyrics in your songs. Some gritty song titles too. But like,
thank you, bro.
I don't know how do you decide which themes or messages that you want to like share in your music, and like what do you want the listener to get from it, bro?
In a way, like. I make it for myself, bro, and then if somebody else can enjoy it too, like, that's the biggest fucking thing, dude. Because to me, the music is therapy, bro. It's the only way to salvage anything that's worthwhile in this world, bro.
Yeah.
Because I think we as humans, shit, man, this world fucking sucks, dog. You gotta make art. You gotta make something worthwhile of all the pain and the bullshit, man.
Yeah.
So, fucking... Fuck, what was the question again?
Oh, no, you're good. Like, I was just trying to say, like what's the message that you want to get out?
Yeah. The message for my music, bro, it always just comes from a place of pain that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm going through internally that I cannot get over. So I put it out into words. Like, a couple of the song titles that I got out, like, You Lack the Patience, Stay Focused.
Yeah.
That shit came from me not knowing, like, fuck, man, like, I'm stuck, bro. Like, I want to do all these things, but, like, I got no patience.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, you want everything to happen right now, but it's like, you got to stay focused on this shit. everything, all the song titles, and for sure, like, the lyrical content of my music resembles the shit that I'm going through in real life. Like, every single day, man. Like, I never front, and I feel like, especially in this game, motherfuckers like to front.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
If you talk about what's going on in here, you're never fronting.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing for me, man. Just talking about what the fuck I'm going through.
Man,
Hoping somebody else can enjoy it, too.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Yeah, man. I enjoy your music, you know. For those out there, you guys need to tap in. The next one, man, like, you brought it up a little bit, but, like, you know, as an artist, like, who are some of your biggest inspirations or influences?
For show and, like, the game and everything, it's got to start with, like, DJ Smokey, DJ Screw. That's where I get that slowed down vibe from.
Yeah.
Necro, that's a big boom bap one. A lot of people don't really know Necro. I mean, Necro's kind of a weirdo nowadays. He be talking too much on Instagram, bro, and like he be harassing chicks and shit. He's a weirdo. But back in the day, that dude was a dope ass rapper.
Yeah.
You know, from the New York scene. So check him out, Necro. But you gotta listen to the old shit. Don't listen to the new shit. Moving on, fucking all those Memphis heads, bro. DJ Zerk, we got NOD. What else is there for me? Fuck, man, I'm coming up on blank. Shit, we'll come back to that one. But for the Phonk heads, at least from like the 2015 era, you know, you got the DJ Smokey, Suicide Boys, Jay Green, you got the fucking... It's funny, too, like, you want to say some of these names, and then you're like, oh, man, they figured out he was a weirdo back in the day. Lil Peep, for sure.
Peep was hard.
Peep was sick.
Yeah.
A lot of these other fools was really dope, too. The Wino, shout out to Wino, he's from Los Angeles. That was a really big one for me. But primarily just fools who came up in kind of like that same era that I was looking for at like 2015. That SoundCloud era and everything like that. As far as the Memphis shit, there's a lot of motherfuckers out there, man. My playlist is so big, I can't even remember all the names. I got like 800 videos in that shit.
Yeah. No, I feel
My
you.
bad.
My playlist be like the same thing. Like, it'll be like some underground stuff, hop to some R&B, to some punk.
So much different shit, man.
Different spots, yeah.
They're like, what do you listen to? You're like, dude, what haven't I listened to, bro? My fucking playlist is almost 1,000 songs long.
Yeah.
But for sure, like, the thing that inspires me the most has got to be Ghost, man. Because he was the first, like, to me, too, he was like the first dude to do that, to be inspired by punk rock. And then, because he was in a band called Nemesis before he started making his own shit.
Okay.
And then, like, the singer put him on to Phonk via Tommy Wright.
Okay.
Back in the day. So that fool really showed me how the fuck you do it, man. Like, you don't play no games. You let motherfuckers know what's up.
Yeah.
Fucking rip that shit.
Most definitely. Because there's a few songs, like, where I was like, man, he has a similar flow to Ghost Man, with just a little bit more funk, like, with the beats and the chop and screw.
Thank you.
So, like, that's what I got from it, like, with a few of the songs.
That's fucking... Hey, the fact that you're picking that up is fucking badass. That means I'm... Thank God my music is being heard the way I want it to be heard, man. You picked that shit up. Yeah, because I feel like everybody has a different influence, dude. Like, for instance, like, that fool Ghost Man from... Where was he from? Florida?
I want to guess.
I think it was Florida.
I want to guess he's from Florida.
They have a different scene down there.
Yeah, I want to guess he's from Florida just because, like, when him and Puya did the album covers together, they put Florida in the back. So why would they just put Florida if just Puya from there, you know?
So, like, for instance, for us, you know, you and I, like, we're from around here, bro, and whatnot. And like I said before, like, the South Bay really influences everything that I am, and I see that difference in how the music comes out, bro, because we have the West Coast funk over here, and I like that slow, laid-back music, man.
Yeah.
Where things might be a little bit more angry over in Florida, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, we're pretty kicked back, bro. We're by the beach.
Yeah, we can smoke weed legally around.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
They were fucking living in a prison over that motherfucker. Fuck. No legal weed is a fucking nightmare.
Shit, for real, bro. Yeah, the next one I got for you, bro, is like, let's talk about the Cold Dark Crypt. Like it's multiple part question. Like, is it a group? Is it a label? How did it form? You know, like, after going through your stuff, like, I started listening to, like, you had that Christmas tape. Like, I think it's like 3 or 4 songs. Like, there's just, the beats, and, like, I'm not gonna lie, that Christmas tape, like, I've been listening to it every day, like, going to work.
For real?
Yeah.
You like that shit?
I like it.
Damn.
Like for me,
dude, thank you.
Yeah, for me, it's just something about, like, how, like, you guys put it, like, it's Christmas, but it's like a little bit dark. You know, like, so something like that we've made like such a happy time every time Christmas comes around. Every commercial's happy with that dark, like, you know, sound to
That's
it.
my favorite
like
thing
it.
about Phonk, man, is you can be posted up in a cemetery with a 40 ounce and you're just like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best fucking vibe of it, man. The Christmas hit list, yeah, that was shit, where do I start? Cold Dark Crypt started because I was just, when I made an Instagram account in 2023 for the Vacant Husk shit, and I was like, all right, let's start trying to meet fools. One of these fools that I met, his name was Gibby the Ghost. That's my boy. Shout out Gibby the Ghost. I love you, man. We ended up like just like bouncing names back and forth. Like, oh man, your shit's really cool, bro. Like, what if we start a little group, bro?
Yeah.
And I can't even remember like a few of the first names like were not good, but I knew that I wanted to integrate something that had to do with the cryptodelic thing because I had the cryptodelic thing going on like since the beginning too.
Yeah.
So he eventually just like spat it out there. He's like Cold Dark Crypt, and I was like, damn, that's fucking perfect because CDC, California Department of Correction Center. You know, like,
yo, that's tough.
You got the Center for Disease Control, or you know, those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But then we just, the hardest thing was getting it like going, dude. Like getting into the YouTube algorithm and actually just like finding anybody to listen to our shit. And what happened was that ended up working out because we started like reaching out and grabbing other artists.
Yeah.
As funny as it sounds, I was straight up recruiting dudes off of Reddit. Cause there's some like I'm scouring through the underground, bro. Like I feel like I'm like digging through rocks and shit like that for a precious gem. Yeah. And then I find that precious gem and it's some fucking dudes off Reddit. DJ Play a Schizo, DJ Romulus. Yeah, y'all my boys. Disintegrated. That was another dope one I found. But we end up like grabbing these other members. But primarily, yeah, my bad. I ended up going off on a tangent right there.
You're good.
It did start with that Christmas hit list, though.
Yeah.
And that was a really cool one because we grabbed this, my homeboy Gibby, he grabbed this dude named Wolf. Shout out Wolf on the ride. That fool did a lot for us. He was like the first soldier of the Cold Dark Crypt, bro. And he was actually like putting our shit promoting it. There you go.
Yeah.
He was promoting our shit like in different Discord servers, all over the place, man. And like I didn't really know how to do that at that time because I wasn't really like I was just trying to get into it, and this fool was already like making music and shit.
Yeah.
So the Christmas hit list came out, and that actually got like 300 views on the YouTube channel. And we were like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because like we posted a couple times before that, and we like got like 50 views or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
So then like after that, dude, I posted a video, and then it was like we got 1,000 on that one, and I was like, yeah, we in the YouTube algorithm, motherfucker. And then from like there, it's just like. It's just been an internet collective of dudes that I grabbed from all around the world. And unfortunately, we don't have a physical presence. I think the closest dude that lives to me is Gibby, and he lives in, like, Washington or some shit now? I don't know, man.
Shit.
But, yeah, hopefully this internet collective shit will work out, but I'm always going to be repping it. So, me and my boy Gibby started it. We've been dropping every single week. Yeah. Saturdays, that's our shit. Sometimes I miss a drop, and, like, that's the worst thing is when you miss a drop.
Yeah.
Fuck up the algorithm. And then nobody's gonna hear your shit.
Goddamn.
But yeah, man, check us out, man. On the rise, dude. Cold Dark Crypt. It's a musical group consisted of about, I think, like 10 dudes, including me, and a few of us rap. But mostly, it all just started as producers.
That's what's up, bro.
All kinds of shit. On Caps, Disintegrated, DJ Play a Schizo, DJ Romulus. Fuck, if I forget somebody, they're gonna be pissed. Wolf. We got some affiliates too. Oh, we just added this new dude. His name's Don Benzo. That kid's badass. This fool's like 17 years old and he's in high school and he's making beats on his phone.
Oh shit,
dude, they're like good as fuck too. I gotta show you these shits.
Yeah.
So he sent me a few of them and I got some underground shit in the works too. You're really gonna fuck with this, man.
That's what's up.
Some
bro.
good shit.
Dude, that's dope how like you guys collective like started off the internet, bro. Like that's just like our era right there. Like that's how most people link up. Cause like at first I thought it was just you three. You know, and then I started doing more deep dives into it. I was like, damn, dude, they got like a whole army.
We like rolling deep, dude.
There's like 10, 12 of them in the Cold Dark Crypt, bro. You know, I was like, damn.
Yeah, man, we rolling deep, dude. It's been going on for about like, we started in 2023. We made the YouTube channel in like August 2023. So it's been a little over a year, you know, looking pretty good, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty happy on it. It's my shit, dude. It really gave me a place to fucking... And that's the beauty of it, dude. It's a hub for underground hip-hop. And that's why I always, like, please come check this shit out, dude. Because there's going to be something there for you, bro, no matter who you like. We roll so deep that somebody's making beats that you're going to like, man. Like, my boy's talented. My boy's talented out here, man. They make better shit than I do. Like, I'm fucking blessed to have these fools in my clique.
No, that's what's up, bro. Because, like, you guys all have, like, talent. So it's like that term everyone always says, like iron sharpens iron. You know, like damn, my boy's doing this. Like I need to hop on and get better. You know.
That's that 100%, dude. Like I've never been more fucking compelled to like compete in a healthy manner.
Yeah.
You know, like it's good to have not rivals, but something that reminds you that you got to be like on your toes, because people are always growing and shit like that. And if you're not growing, you're like down here. It's like shit, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers is finishing the race. You just getting started.
Yeah,
It's the beauty of having a family, dude, and that's what it is, dude. Cold Dark Crypt is a family as well as a record label and a mentality.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you want to call it, man. But Cold Dark Crypt is my shit, and it's the best decision I ever made was fucking starting that YouTube channel.
Yeah, bro. Well, that's what's up, man. You guys are like Rocky and Apollo, bro.
Who's SGP?
Oh, where they at? You know, you brought up like the underground scene, you know, and like right now in LA with the underground scene, you know, being an underground artist in the LA scene, like how do you feel the LA scene is right now?
As far as every other like type of music other than Phonk, I feel like it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like the boom bap scene could always be put on blast more for show. That shit there needs to be some more underground shows going on with that, but it's not the 90s anymore, you know. So people have moved on. People look at boom bap and they're like, that shit's old. But that's the cool thing about Phonk is I feel like people listen to it now and they're like, shit, man. It kind of like goes over that radar in like some people's heads that classify it as old music.
Yeah.
You know, you and me, normal people, we ain't got no fucking problem when the music is released.
Yeah.
Some people don't like to listen to shit just because it's old, man.
That's true.
So I see that like you have like the rave scene, the EDM, the hyperpop. That shit's fucking booming. No problem at all. That shit's doing fine. You have the punk rock. Punk rock's doing its thing. Metal even. You know, like every other form of music except for Phonk is excelling in Los Angeles, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what's bumming me out so much, man. It's like yeah, like there's a Black Smurf flyer out. That's cool. I saw the Tacit flyer. That was awesome. But like Doom Shop, I heard used to do shows back in the day before COVID. But I don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, and then like Freddie Dredd is, he's crazy popular now, and Suicide Boys Grade A is like $500. How much is it? Like $300 or some shit for a ticket? Or?
Doug, I saw they're like at the Forum and you know like these big arenas, and I'm like, dog, like that's
people don't have money for that shit,
like,
dude.
I missed the old $20 show.
Yeah,
you know what I
bro.
mean?
Like fuck, man. Like $20 at the door max, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Like when it gets too big like that, it's like it's cool, like good for them, but it's like I've never been to something like that, but like I feel like I like underground shows because when it's an artist everyone fucks with, everyone sings the songs, they know the songs. Like at those big arenas, I feel some people just go, if that makes sense. Like Coachella, for example, like some people just go.
Yeah, for real. Like, would you go to Coachella?
I'm not gonna lie, I would go too.
If somebody if somebody gave me the tickets, I'd go.
I would go, like.
But like
the experience of
right
Coachella.
now, would you pay the money for that shit?
Honestly, no. I honestly don't know who's performing.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
you know,
I
like
honestly don't know who's performing there.
Like the scene, bro. Like it's just it's all on these grand scales, and I just miss the underground.
Yeah.
You know, it's like just like you said, like they're playing at the Forum and shit. Fuck, I want to go see these dudes at a warehouse.
For real.
That's where the real heart and soul of the music is at, bro. But a lot of people also don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, something crazy with it. Man, I'm gonna go off on different
yeah.
Like I thought that something crazy was like that Bones and Suicide Boys are touring together. You know, like I think it's cool, but like I remember like for me growing up, it was like I was more of a Team Sesh guy. And like I had friends with Suicide Boys, and like, nah, it's either G59 or Sesh. And I was like,
dude, that
I like
so
both.
Funny, dude.
And I was like, I like both. And they're like, you gotta choose a side. Like they're low key dissing each other in these songs, and I'm like, well, I don't know, I like both. And then now they're like touring together. I'm like, bro,
yeah, I mean, dude,
nothing
like,
wrong with it, but it's just like everyone's like, you gotta choose a side, dog.
Not everything is black and white, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's gray. You know?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I think that's funny as fuck too, because everybody just loves to like pick sides, and that was definitely from the era too, where I feel like it was like there was some elitism for sure going on, because if you knew, you knew, you know. So it's like everybody, and when like the population of the listeners are comprised of people who know, you know, like everybody's kind of be like rubbing shoulders, like, no man, I know what's up. No, I know what's up. No man, fuck your music taste. My shit's better. Nah, you know, like Team Sesh is way better. Shit like that, like. It's funny how that shit has unfolded over the years, and now they've gotten so big that it's like nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
They all just fall under the same umbrella.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true.
They're the OGs, bro. It's the dudes we fucking grew up idolizing and shit. And now look at them. They're doing everything we fucking imagined they would, you know?
Yeah, for real.
Suicide Boys, Bones, Ghostman. However, hasn't Bones, like, not performed in forever?
I don't know. I thought he did. Didn't
I
he
don't
go
know,
with Eddie
man.
Baker on like the Sesh tour?
I don't know. Maybe I live under a rock.
Dude, I don't know. You might be right. I'm just saying I haven't been to like either one of their shows since like 2015 era, 2010 era.
Shit, man. That was the only time to go, dude. I bummed out and missed that shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn age gap.
It be tripping me out when I see kids, like young kids, rocking like crazy like G59 shirts or set shirts I never seen.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, I've been to this show. Like, where were they at? Oh, they're at like the Nova or someplace. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know.
Dude, I'll be at work, and like some kids will pull up in a grade A shirt, like grade A 2024 shirt or some shit. And I'm just like, oh man, it's just kind of funny to see the new age of fans. I was posted up a grade A 2019, spending my water money on perks.
Oh,
We're a different breed, kid.
for real, bro.
But yeah, dude, I'd go to a grade A show if that shit was cheaper.
All right, man. Bring it back to this. Bring it back to interview. We gonna be talking about the underground forever, but
For real.
so like I know you came off with the summer tape, and now you're dropping a bunch of singles this year, So like I just want to ask, like, is there a tape in the future, more singles to come? Like, what should we expect?
Somebody told me, bro, it's like singles are for the new listeners and albums are for the fans.
Okay.
And I think they're right. So that's why I've been doing the singles, is because they kind of gain a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
The summer tape, and honestly, like everything, like I was playing catch up for a while,
Yeah.
bro. Like I was just making beats and then whoop in the vault, make a beat, vault, beat, vault, beat, vault, beat, vault. Like, dude,
Yeah.
and I was doing that for years, bro. So I had like fucking years of catch up to play, and I was just kind of like spitting out these beats over time. So the summer tape was my most recent like catch up beat. Or catch up tape, like I had to get those beats out, dude. I made those in the summer, bro.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting on them forever. And then also like my music took a turn from that point too, bro. Like I wasn't putting shit out with rapping on it. Like these are all just beats.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm gonna let the tapes lie for a little bit, and we're gonna be dropping some singles, bro.
Okay.
For sure, dropping some singles. Still got like 4 more tracks I think to drop from the stuff I performed at the set with Tacit.
Yeah.
Because yeah. Not released. More to come.
Hell yeah, that's right. Yeah, because something I noticed too, man, is like you're very active as an artist. Like you're constantly dropping. You said you had it in the vault, but when I was like, have you ever been through any like creative blocks or like writer's block, and how you overcome that?
Dude, I experience that shit daily sometimes, man. But I don't know. As an artist, I think like learning how to make music, bro, and like staying consistent with it was one of the most interesting battles I've ever like underwent, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's a trip, man. And I experienced that shit too when I was like when I heard about the show at Tacit, and then I got the flyer, and I'm like, holy shit, I have to have 20 minutes of recorded music. My brain just didn't want to show up. I'm like, dude, where's the dope MC? Hello, are you home, buddy? Like, come on, I need some bars.
Yeah.
And luckily, we were able to pull that shit. I pulled that shit out of my ass, low key. Kind of feels like that.
It went hard though.
Barely survived.
Yeah, it went hard though at the show.
Thank you.
I would have noticed that you just right then and there.
I was whipping that shit out I was like scratching my head, fucking slamming my head against the desk for like 2 weeks before that show, trying to make music. And that's like the weirdest thing, dude. Is like when you try to force it out of you, bro. Like sometimes it just won't show up, bro. And I'm still learning, I guess, is my answer to that. Like. I'm still learning on this journey of being an artist, bro. And whenever I do start hitting like these blocks where I can't make up shit, it's when you just gotta play some new video games.
Yeah.
Because that's like the kind of shit that the Cryptodelic and the Cold Dark Crib vibe is to me. If you peep the music video for You Like the Patient Stay Focused, I'm pretty much just like laying in a pile of PS2 games.
Yeah.
And all this shit, because that's where I build on my music off that shit. Just chilling at home, getting fucking just ripped and playing 20-year-old video games.
That's right.
It's peaceful,
Hell yeah. I kind of get that, like the old school video games and like in your visuals of just like your album art, bro. Like your album art, like I get that, like that vibe. Like Do you make your own album art too?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, that's what's up.
The ones that I'm trying to think if there's been anybody else to help out really. I don't think anybody's helped out. I think that's been all me, dude.
That's what's up.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, like all the music videos and all that shit, all the visuals. If you look at the Cold Dark Crypt YouTube channel, like all those dudes for a while, bro, I wasn't even posting my own music. I was like straight up so dedicated to making sure that these dudes would have a cool visual to go with their music.
I noticed that it was mostly like collective on there, like going through it.
Yeah, it'd be like then I just like tag my name at the bottom, like, hey, visualize it by me. Yeah. So yeah, like it all falls, like, and that's my shit, man. That's where I fall in love with the art, bro. That's kind of trying to build a world here, and that's why I have so much love and respect for you, dude. It's because like you doing this fucking graph, you got the love for the boom bap and the underground scene, like, what the fuck? You're dope, bro. I appreciate
that. You too, man. I appreciate that, man. It's cool to find someone like in LA who has like a similar because sometimes like people who listen to other things like, oh, what do you usually listen to? Like, you want to hop on Ox? I was like, I'll hop on Ox. I don't know if you guys are gonna vibe with what I usually listen to.
I'm gonna scare the hoes away with the shit I'm about to play.
I was like, you guys play what you listen to, cause I don't know if you guys want me to hop on Ox.
Yeah, I feel you, man. You got to be I don't know. There's a different. I guess you have like a different ear for the music or something. You know, it's based in a different appreciation.
Yeah.
Underground.
That underground, bro. Like.
That's why you'd be like we would also be in a fucking punk rock show. You know, like we just animals for that underground, bro. Same thing with like Tassin and shit, dude. I was like going through his shit and I see like he's repping some band shirts and like he looks fucking gnarly and he's sitting in a fucking mound of people. Fucking all like, ugh. And then there's just like dudes just like knock each other out and shit like around and I'm like, like the best Phonk and shit comes from these fools who get down in the punk rock and the metal and everything.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think it's just the scene. Yeah, that punk rock, the underground.
It's funny. It's like it started as punk rock and then punk rock like spat off a little baby, and then hip hop was like, punk rock is fuck too.
But talking about like the underground scene, bro, is like, how would you say the underground scene has shaped your identity as an artist, and how do you see your role within this thing we call underground?
The underground for sure like chiseled me into what I am. I got the white boy swag from DJ Smokey and Lil Peep for sure. Those were the founding fathers, you know. Like you look back at some old pictures of DJ Smokey from 2013, and he's posted up with a double cup and a fucking like a snowboarding mitt, and he's holding a 44. You know, like that shit's like, that's unbelievable kind of shit, dude. Like that only exists in the underground with some crazy ass fucking dudes.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what has shaped me into this vision that I am now. And I feel like if I am to play a role in the underground, I would hope it to be to remind people how dope the shit was back in the day. You know, like pay attention to the shit that we came from, bro. Like 3-6 Mafia and all these Memphis heads, dude. You know, like even Bone Thugs. I know 3-6 and Bone Thugs got a lot of problems and shit, but they were all founding fathers of the flow.
Yeah.
You know.
Most definitely. That's crazy. You say that too, like with the like showing homage.
Yeah, paying homage to the fucking the OGs, dude.
Yeah, to OGs. Like I feel like I may be wrong, but I feel like I only hear that from artists in the underground. If that makes sense, you know, like. Yeah,
you're right, huh?
Like I don't. Maybe it's because I never met like no mainstream artists like that and sat down to talk to them, but like it seems like the whole homage thing, it comes from like underground people always bring it up, like, oh, I get my sound, like I was in this, I got my sound from this.
It's because we know that we're ripping it, so you gotta pay your dues, bro. If you're gonna do it over again, you gotta pay your dues, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel that too.
These underground artists ain't slick. We're all just ripping our shit. With one of the most recent songs I dropped, I just took the sample from like Lil Grim. Grab My Mask. He sampled the Isley Brothers. I forget which song, but he sampled the Isley Brothers way back in the day. And I found that song by the Isley Brothers while I was at work, and I like lost my shit. I was like, no way. I know what I'm doing when I get home, bro. I'm making a fucking flip, dude.
Yeah.
And then I made You Lack the Patience, Stay Focused, and like, it's definitely not gonna be like there's the purpose of having the OG underground, you know. But like the only way to keep the torch lit is to also make your iterations of it. So.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. And when it comes to like the samples, like when you choose, like is it just like some random thing like that? Like at work, I hear the song, like I'm gonna fucking sample this shit, or like, do you sit down like, all right, I'm gonna listen to music, and I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna sample, or does it just pop up like?
Dude, so there's
You
like
actually like
there's like layers to that shit, bro. So like when you're sampling, like I'll hear like a lead sample while I'm at work, and I'm like, damn, that would sound banging with some drums on it.
Yeah.
So then I'll take that sample, and I'll make a beat out of it. So then like that sample leads you to another search for samples.
Yeah.
You're constantly digging and searching for samples when you're in this game, dude. Like,
Yeah.
so like the ones that I love the most are the ones that come from like video games and that kind of shit. Like I use the fucking Scorpion "Get Over Here" like in probably every single one of my songs just because I love Mortal Kombat. I use a K in my fucking in my handle just because I don't use a C, you know, because like in Mortal Kombat they don't spell this shit with a C.
Yeah.
You know. So like there's like certain samples that are like part of my style, you know. And then when you're finding like when you're trying to make new music, you're always going to integrate those original styles. But then also it's going to be like, oh shit, hey, I should grab the DJ boards and fucking chop up me saying cold dark root crip, you know, like that would be cool too. Like sampling, it just feels like you're like a being that needs to gather as much hip hop intelligence as possible.
Yeah.
Or
That's what's up, man. Next one I got for you, bro, is like, what are your aspirations for your art in the next 5 years, and like, where do you see yourself with this music in the next 5 years?
fuck, man, I see myself in some Tame Impala shit in 5 years, just fucking making entire punk rock tracks and metal tracks by myself. You know, like the main thing, you gotta get some money.
Yeah.
I need money for a studio and all this shit. And as soon as we have a studio and I can get some instruments in there, dude, it's just a matter of time before I can start putting together art in the way that I want to do it. You know, currently posted up at my crib, so we gotta get out of that motherfucker. The home studio is cool, but you can only go so far, man. You know, it's hard to say like where you can see yourself, bro, but I see myself just continuing to make art, dude.
Yeah.
And I would like to be more involved in the fucking underground for sure. You know, so I just keep on pumping out tracks, man. I'm never gonna stop because it's the way I live my life. I love this shit.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, some other people will catch on, bro.
Yeah, I feel they will, bro. Shit, you made those 4 songs right there, first show, shit, bro. You gonna get there, doggy.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you, man.
I want to ask you too, like, how do you envision your evolution of your style? You know, like, do you feel like how do you feel you would go? Like, what direction you think you'll stay? With the funk, try to experiment more with punk.
I think so. Like, if you gotta like do a bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get stuck on one genre. You know, if you stay on one genre, you'll burn yourself out. And that's how I was feeling with the funk, because I was just making funk beats for like 2-3 years, bro. That was like my shit. And like it's still my shit, but now I realize like, dude, you have to integrate other forms of music so you don't get stale and you don't hit this plateau. So my evolution, bro, it's like it's still working out too, you know. Like I really just started like putting together my own beats and putting raps on them and shit like that. Like I've learned a fucking lot in the last 6 months because this has been when I really started like recording raps. Hopefully, I just see myself getting better and better and better. But now, like 4 years ago when I started doing this shit, like I would see myself now and be like, "That's right, you know, he's figuring it out." Thank God, man. It just takes more time and dedication, you know.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. All right, man. This next segment. It's called the quick hitters, bro. Alright. So some people say this is a heavy one, the first one I asked, but your top 5 favorite artists dead or alive. Personal top 5.
Shit. Alright. You got like Big L. That dude's a fucking legend. Shit, man. Top 5. Okay, Ghostman. Nah. I was gonna say 3 6 Mafia, but that's like a grip of motherfuckers. Lord Infamous.
Okay.
Lord Infamous for sure. Honestly, dude, like I fucking love the Wino. He's underground and he's from around here, but that dude has been such a big impact on my flow, bro. Like the Wino. Shout out the Wino. That dude's dope. And DJ Screw for sure.
Okay. That's a good top
man.
5 right there.
That's got to be them, dude. Oh man, I didn't even 5.5 Eminem. How did I not say that? I'm stupid. That was the dude who started it all with me.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. Hey, that's a good good 6. That's a good 6. I wanted to say half. I was like, I can't say Eminem as a half. I was like, that's a good 6. Yeah, that's a good 6.
Just for me, let it slide.
Yeah. All right. Next one I got for you, bro, is, and this one's cool because you local too, so we're gonna try it. But what's the best local food spot to you?
Paisano's Pizza HB.
Paisano's Pizza. Hey, Paisano's is fire. Haven't been there in a minute.
Yeah, come check that shit out, dude.
Go check it out.
Badass pizza joint. They've been in there for 30 years. They have more ties to the land around them than any of the neighboring businesses.
Oh shit.
Like have you ever heard of Serial Killer, the clothing brand?
Maybe if I see it, like not off the top of my head.
Dude, I got some pieces that my dad left me that you would fucking flip your shit on. They're from El Segundo, like way back in the 90s, man.
Yeah.
And they're the original owner of this Italian restaurant used to be sponsored by them.
Oh shit.
And their brand's called Serial Killer, bro. Like
that's a dope ass name.
They're on some dope shit, dude.
Yeah.
So like, Paisanos. Come check that shit out, man. They're OG, punk rock as fuck, and the best food you'll ever have in your life. They've been doing it for 30 years.
Hell yeah.
They got that shit down.
Hell yeah, man. All right. The next one, bro, is what's a piece of advice you got, for someone that listens to your music, maybe there's some youngster, the new generation, who's like listening to music, come across your music, like what's some message or some advice you want to give to them?
Check yourself before you fucking wreck yourself, man. Because you can always be more mindful of what you're doing and like what your impacts are having, like what your actions are doing to the world around you, bro, and to people around you. Like, always be conscious of yourself. That's the biggest thing I want to prove to people, is you just got to be conscious of yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Make sure what you're doing is fucking right and true, and stay righteous, bro. I don't know if there's a God, but there's a higher power, for sure. And when you start making wrong choices, bro, like you start steering off the path of greatness. And I think everybody should just stay on the path of greatness, bro. And you do that by being nice to people. Yeah. Be nice. That's my message to the youth. Be nice.
Most definitely, man. All right, bro. Vacant Husk, thanks for coming out for this interview, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Before we let you go, where can people find your music? IG, because you say you be dropping them singles and beats every Saturday. So where can they find that at?
You can find that shit on YouTube at Cryptodelic or at Curl Dark Crypt, and then I'm dropping on SoundCloud like all the time. Give me some time to figure out my Spotify though. There's some shit locked up with that. So if you look me up on Spotify, you're just gonna find like beats from like a year ago or some shit. SoundCloud's where I'm at, dog. It's where the underground be.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, bro. For real, cool. You're the man. I appreciate you, dog.
Yep. All right, y'all. We'll see you guys on the next one.